That evening, we decided to cut the fillets in small pieces and make fish nuggets. Despite the nice fire, the wind made it a bit harder to fry the fish. But we went from this to that. Not bad, eh?
Okay, we're gonna have to eat some potatoes and then add more here.
Okay, for tonight's supper on day 11, we've got applewood smoked bacon mashed potato with fresh bacon on top, and we got tons of fish crisp covered pickerel with a dash of lemon, fresh lemon.
Fresh lemon on day 11.
Yeah. Okay, so this is day 11, and it was a bonanza with the fishing.
Yep, Bonanza Lake.
There's no name on this lake. We'll call it Bonanza Lake. We caught 4 pickerel, and we only kept 3 just because it was way more than we could eat. And we caught how many pike?
4 pikes.
4 pikes. It was 8.
Yeah.
8 fish. So we did really well. I mean, every day when we fish, we don't fish to just catch more and more fish. By the time we catch our limit, which is usually 2 pickerels, if they're about 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds, that's pretty much it. And then we just kind of continue traveling. But today we decided to have a little more fun because we're way ahead of schedule and we have a little more time. So we figured we'd slow down, fish a bit, and have some fun. And look at the result. We got some amazing food. So tonight we've got applewood smoked bacon mashed potato with literally fresh bacon. This was made by my wife Anita, and it's bacon that is actually broken up into pieces, so they're big and chunky. And of course, Ben did an amazing job. I dusted all the small pieces. We call them fish nuggets tonight. And with a bunch of fish crisp, and he fried them up really nicely. And look at this, this is a massive amount, and we got fresh lemon to go with it tonight on day 11. So let's see. That is good. How's it taste?
It's really good.
Oh man, you did a number on your plate.
Well, this is there to be eaten. A man must eat.
That's the mashed potato, and it's a fish. Oh, yeah, it is so good.
It's a big plate.
It's a big
And
plate.
it's full.
Needless to say, I'm gonna be royally stuffed tonight. Anyhow, the trip has been going amazing. We knew we were gonna do a lot of fishing on this trip just because of the amount of time we had.
But we never thought we would do this much fishing.
We usually don't do this much fishing. We're usually on our canoe trips. We're often traveling quite a distance, and we're often tired. So the fishing is kind of like a second thought. But this trip, just kind of the circumstances, how it happened, and because we had more time, we definitely fished more than we ever fished, and we've eaten more fish than we've ever eaten. So
By far.
So anyhow, gonna enjoy supper tonight, and yeah, cheers. Eating meals of this quantity can unfortunately result in food coma. But when we arose from the dead, we took some time for ourselves and watched a spectacular sunset with a campfire. Good morning. It is day 12 on the Kopka River. Benny, my bow paddler, in his interesting underwear. We're just at the top of a rapid. They, on the map, said it was a class 2 and 3. This is really just a class 1. There's really nothing to it. But there is a falls just at the road. You can see the bridge right over there. And we're gonna pull in just before the bridge, and then portage, I think it's 350 meters around a falls. So we're gonna run this set and pull out. So day 12 begins. Day 3. delirium has set in. So the first rapid we ran is probably not the class 2-3. This looks like the class 2-3. It certainly looks runnable. There's a tongue down the left side, and it's pretty much straightforward all the way down. So the fall must be further down, which is surprising because based on the map, it looked like it was close to the bridge there, but it's not. So more is coming. Here's another look at the rapid we were going to run. This would be bordering a class 3 rapid. Okay.
Okay, it looks like a good line.
Okay.
We'll have to go a bit more to the right to start.
Okay.
And then left to avoid that big rock and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just be taking some water. This looks good?
Yep. So here we go.
Yep. Okay, we got some left.
Yep. Keep going.
Good.
Yep. That was pushy.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like there's a trail just there.
Yeah.
It's these draws that are hurting my elbow.
Huh.
Oh, but now it's all sore. Okay, here's the portage.
Yeah. Just came upon a bunch of raspberries, so we're definitely gonna devour these. There's tons of blueberries here as well too, but raspberries are absolutely delicious out in the field. So we just did our first run on the 250-meter portage. There's a falls and it's a beautiful gorge, but there are trees down, and so we decided that we'll help a little bit of the maintenance and clear this tree. This one's like right at waist level, so it's hard to, can't go underneath, and it's hard to go above. So if we can clear this, it'll make people's travel a lot easier. If there's any saw that's going to do is the Boreal 21. And that's a nicely cut down tree. As you can see, we just opened up the trail. It'll make it a lot easier for us and for any other travelers on the Kopka River. At the end of the portage, we decided to wet our lines, and we were rewarded with 2 more walleyes for our next meal.
There's some obstacles in there. We really got to stick to the river left.
Okay.
The big rock right in the main channel.
Okay.
You should be able to see it. It's creating a rooster tail.
Yeah. Totally clean.
Actually, there was no rock there.
No?
No, it was
Just big
water
wave?
coming together and standing pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't hit anything. It was totally clean.
Because it's literally cut on my line.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so we are just at below the portage, the canyon portage, and we found a hole, and we've been catching, like, I think more than a dozen pickerel, probably even more, right?
Catching fight.
Anyhow, I lost my leader, you can see here, and my jig when the line snapped, and we thought for sure something big broke it. And so this is the funny story. So here's my line, and there's Ben's rod, right? Ben cast it out. He thought he caught a fish, And when he pulled it up, a stick came up, and we were laughing, right? But then he says it felt like a fish because it was pulling him. And as he pulled it up, he pulled my line that we lost, and at the end was the pike. So luckily we freed the pike, which now is swimming freely, and we got my leader back. Like,
win-win. What
a scenario! Like that's incredible. So now I've got my only leader back, got the lure back,
and the fish is okay.
And the fish is okay.
What?
Wow.
What a story.
What a friend, eh? Only a friend would do that.
So does it count as me catching a fish?
I don't know.
I pulled up a fish, buddy.
I think we should call it Zippo. Okay, we are, it's probably about 1:30, maybe 2, I'm not sure. But it is friggin' hot, blistering hot actually. When the sun comes out, you just feel like, what's the word, like when you feel sticky, oppressed? Yeah. Like the heat is just intense, and you just feel, ugh. Okay, good job. Anyhow, we just had a fishing bonanza, and we decided to have a shore lunch because we caught we filleted a couple pickerel, and we came to this nice island campsite, and so we got our grill set up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some flatbread, and we're gonna fry up the pickerel with fish crisp. So I went and collected a bunch of wood and split a bunch of them. This forest, the lovely thing about black spruce forest is there's tons of dead wood everywhere. So there is no shortage. You can easily get it and start cutting and splitting them. But over here, Ben here has been busy while I've been doing that, putting together the flatbread. So he's kneaded it and used the pan, or the dish, to kind of flatten it out. So we're gonna, so we're gonna put that together and eat that with our fish. So let's get the fire started. So up here in black spruce country, we don't have a lot of birch trees. There are a few around, but of course you don't have availability of the birch bark to use to start fires. So what I usually take is a bunch of the fine, the finer you can get, the better, but I get the fine branches off of black spruce or a jack pine. And you can see it looks like spaghetti, and I'll use that and I'll start the fire going, and then I'll just of course add bigger pieces of wood. Wanted to make you proud.
It's a little big, but
that looks delish, man. Good job.
big improvement over yesterday.
Yeah. So we've got the pickerel fillets here. We got 2 fish, one probably 2+ pound size, and one was probably about 1.5 pounds, which we find 2 pickerel is around that size is more than sufficient for us to eat. So I'm going to put some fish crisp on the pan here, on the plate here. I'm just going to lightly coat them, and then we'll fry them up. This one is roasted garlic and butter flavor, so ooh, there we go. Hey, do you mind passing me the Opinel knife? These fillets are big. There we go, it covers it nicely. We'll have it in the hot oil, frying up in no time. Take a look at this. Fresh fish crisp, coated pickerel. Literally caught just hours ago. And it'll soon be in our belly. And if you look over here, That's the end result. So we're gonna be eating that with our, I would almost call that bannock. Even though it's supposed to be flatbread.
Today it tastes like a pita.
Does it?
Yeah.
You tried it?
Yeah.
All right. So we're having a bush meal on an unnamed lake at a nice campsite, and here's a nice flat bread, or
Flatter bread.
flatter bread, and fish, pickle. This is as fresh as you can get it.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Let me go get some. Here you go.
Thank you.
One more day of lemon.
Yeah, so good. Okay, so we're done lunch, our shore lunch. Had a great lunch. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you too.
And but we're doing a sacrificial burn now. Ben can clarify what is going on.
My underwear have developed. Oh.
In the strategic,
Actually, two holes in the arms. They also smell like they've been wet for a little too long. So, are you ready?
yes.
Should we let it get a bit bigger?
They
Split all this wood for a reason.
they really reek. I'm not gonna explain why he's got holes in the back,
I don't know.
but apparently summer sausage gives you bad gas.
Corrosive gas.
So
Okay.
we are gonna burn these cotton briefs.
Cotton wonders of the world.
Yes, thank goodness, because he had them in the canoe, and I was downwind of it, and they just
Can we at least
there's
tell
a
people why they stink?
there's a putrefying smell that was causing me nausea, and I was not steering the canoe correctly.
It was all fine and dandy till I fell in the water last night and they stayed wet all night.
Cotton normally doesn't stink, but Ben has a special talent. He's been known to have his hat stink, his jacket stink, his shirt stink, underwear stink, socks stink. Pretty much everything. Right, Ben?
Yep.
I don't know where that special talent comes from, but
Oh.
is that French Canadian?
Maybe.
All right, well, can say goodbye to Joe Boxer.
Right now they're drying.
We're not taking them with us. That's for sure. No matter how dry they get. After leaving our lunch site, we eventually came to a set of rapids that had a portage, but we decided to try and tackle it.
We're going the eddy right?
Yeah.
Whoa, there's so many cans. Alright, we'll have to go up onto that little island.
Yeah. There?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take this line right here and go down the chute here. You see our canoe is parked right over there. Draw it. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Hold on.
You know, I'm on the rock here. I gotta get up.
Get lighter upstream.
No. We're against the rock, that's why. To the left. Okay. You know, there's a rock there.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
That wasn't smart. Draw it.
Right.
Yep. Go.
Watch this rock.
Yep.
Right, another big drop.
Yep. Someone obviously cut it.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is if you go over here into the eddy, we can try to line down the left side and try to take the tongue down. Otherwise, we'll probably get a lot of water on that.
Well, there's a rock right there. Right in the current where we're going to.
Talking about right in the left here.
Right in the center, like no, right dead ahead of me.
Oh. You know what we can do? We can drop down, come here, lift over, and go that way. Because I was gonna say, if we drop down here, we can make that turn,
Easily.
come down here to that, and then just go down that tongue, and then we can make our decision as to what to go there.
Nothing good from what I can tell.
But if we don't go there, like even that.
No, I mean over down there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't see a good route, but so here, yeah, we can slowly run it down here.
Come
back,
here.
paddle, and then we can just get around the rock and slide it down.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just lift over here and just drop it down.
That too, yep.
Yeah.
Nice rapid. 4 drops.
You know, if you think about it, you could go down that tongue.
Thinking just that, you could go down the tongue.
Yeah, you take some water, but you got a huge eddy here, and we've got lots of time to. Because this one, yeah, you could do this as too, but that'll take us right here. We don't have to lift over.
I know, I think we can make it down now.
I think we can.
Just here.
Actually, we're pretty dry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't get it failed.
Yep.
Somebody cut the log there, see that?
Yeah. Not bad. Okay.
There's a big rock in the middle lower down.
Yep.
We'll have to go to the right of it. Here we can kind of do a straight run, just a little bit to the right.
Okay.
You see the big boulder? Right.
Yep.
A bit to the right.
Yep.
Of the boulder. Okay.
I'm surprised that's not marked.
I
That's
know,
a significant
that's
drop.
significant.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Nice.
Next straight down.
That was a sweet turn.
And no trees grow here.
We stopped and looked for a campsite along the way, but ended up in this beautiful place for the night. I don't think we're gonna make it.